guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we're going to be doing my November budget with me. So I'm going to bring you guys along for how I like to set up my budget, specifically how we're going to do the November budget. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. Okay, I'm going to apologize in advance if the kitten gets up here or acts like a fool. She's a kitten. So if you hear any animals in the background, I do apologize. But this is November, so as you can see, it's totally blank. So we're going to go ahead and fill it out. And I like to start by filling out this income section right here. So I'm gonna pull up the calendar and see kind of like how many paychecks I think to expect for Jacob and I. So I'm filming this on the 27th and I did get paid today. So I'll get paid the 10th and the 24th. So I'll have 2 paychecks and then Jacob will have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 6th paycheck is correct. So I know for my income, typically it's around $2107, and normally I would just copy that over. However, I am now on my own health insurance since I'm 26, so I do expect this to be less. I don't remember exactly how much, but I'm just gonna budget a solid $20.50 because I'd rather be safe than sorry. So we're just gonna go with that, and then obviously like this can be adjusted. And then I always, okay, see, that's why I can't copy it. I always forget that I can't do that because it copies over that per pink line. Anyways, and then for Jacob, I always budget $700, and that's usually how much he'll make if he works a 40-hour week. Now, most of the time he does work Friday, and Friday is all overtime, and then right now they're busy, so he's also working Saturdays, which that's also overtime, and we like to not budget for that because we only want to budget for what he actually will make, like he's guaranteed, and then any overtime we can put towards savings or towards whatever. So I'm only gonna budget $700 for him because, like I said, so that leaves us with, this is our income for the month, which is not bad. So now we're gonna go and we're gonna do bills, and I do bills first always. So we're gonna start with just the ones I know for sure. So I'm gonna copy over the mortgage because I can never remember it, if I can do this correctly. Oh my gosh. Guys, you would not think I work in Excel a lot. Okay, mine, I always just $50, and that's usually like random stuff that comes up. Jacob's is 0. We might actually even delete this out. I feel like I don't want to have this in here to look cluttered. So we might go ahead and move these up. Why does it do that? Okay, let's just delete. Don't have the Upstart anymore. Delete. Car payment. Internet. Phone. Delete. Delete, delete. And then we'll do, I think trash is due this month. Let me just triple check when the last time we paid it because we pay it quarterly. So the last time we paid trash was in August, so it will be due this month. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this over before I forget. So we'll do car insurance up here, roof, trash, and hopefully that is it. Okay, move this, move this. So electricity, I did get our bill and it was lower this month. I think it was like around the $225 mark. This is about $115. Let me double check what last month's was. I'm just gonna $115.20, $289.91 for Discover. So 115 and then 289.91. Car payment is $615. That's on our dad's snowball. That's its whole other video. Internet is $70. Is it 70? I think it's 70 or 80. Is it 70 or 80? It is 70. Okay. Car insurance, we'll skip phone. Car insurance is $224 and roof is $300. Okay, phone. So this is gonna be tricky because I just got on my own phone plan, so I know our thing is going up, but I don't know exactly how much it's gonna be yet. So normally Jacob's is $45 and he's on his parents' plan still because it's cheaper that way. And then I just had to get booted off my parents' plan because they're actually switching carriers and I wasn't wanting to switch. So I'm on my own plan, and if you guys don't know, getting on your own phone plan is so expensive. I was shocked by how expensive it was. And I want to say it's going to be like $150, I think. I'm just going to budget for that. Excuse me, we're just going to budget with that and go from there. So that's roughly where our bills are at. So they're going to be higher this month than normal. So, buddy. So our bills actually account for $4,600, which when you think about it is actually like so expensive and so high, but can't do anything about it, so we're just gonna move on. Now we're gonna go over to expenses. So groceries is our highest bill, and I feel like every month we try and cut back, and it just seems like groceries are only getting more and more expensive. So when we're cutting back, it's not actually helping. So we spend an absurd amount of groceries for 2 people. I know we do like to host. We do have people over. Jacob is eating keto, which is more expensive. You know, it is what it is. So we're gonna budget $900 for that. Eating out, I'm just gonna budget $200, and I might come back and change some of these depending on kind of where we're at budget wise, because we are having higher bills this month. So alcohol, I think, I'm just gonna budget $50. I don't think we need any toiletries. Gifts, so Jacob's mom has a birthday, my nephew has a birthday, and then I know my brother and sister-in-law are gonna be having a baby shower in early December, so that gift might end up being purchased in November. So this might end up being a spendier month. I'm just gonna budget $100 for now, and then we'll see. I usually like to give myself around $50, depending on kind of what my books, you know, just those things that come up. Jacob, we're gonna budget $120. So the animals, they'll need food and litter, cat food, cat litter. I think we might be getting a dog food order. The cows hopefully won't need anything this month, which is great because they're so expensive. So Buddy's food is probably the most expensive, and then we do need to get cat food. I'm just gonna budget $100, and then like obviously they need their monthly medicine as well, which is also expensive. I know the kitten, she's actually getting fixed December 1st. So I'm gonna try and get her like a 6-month supply. Well, actually, I don't even think I can get her a 6-month supply of her medicine, because technically it's cheaper when you buy multiple months at a time. But since she's a kitten and she's gaining weight, like 6 months isn't really the best idea. I need to do that for Buddy for sure. Anyways, off topic. The house, I'm just gonna budget $50, clothing $0, gas $250. How are we looking? We're already at $440. This is not fun. This is stressful. Diesel, we'll probably need that. I'm gonna budget $120. I think Jacob's truck tags are due this month. I'm gonna budget $75 for that. Tolls, we shouldn't have any. This should be hopefully $0. And then we need to put, this is $0. And then Suburban gas, which will be around $200. Okay, not good. Okay, let's copy over this for here. I haven't even closed out my October budget yet, so that's why you still see numbers and stuff. Okay, so we're already in the negative $1.88, which means we're not putting any money into savings. So usually when this happens, what I like to do is I will go back and I'll see kind of what I can adjust. And off the top, I know the first thing I could adjust is income. So I know it's likely that at least one of these Jacob will get paid overtime, and usually his overtime paychecks are around like, I think they're like $9.92 if he works a Friday, and then $1,100 if he works Saturday. Sounds about right. So I do know that that's likely, and then that'll be able to get put into savings. And then I know for my income, that's not really anything I can change, especially since I do have health insurance coming out now. The only thing I could possibly do is decrease the amount I am putting into my 401k, which that's kind of a big choice to make, and I don't really want to make that off of a budget for 1 month yet, especially when I am not super confident on what these bills are going to be yet. This is kind of a rough estimate for like the phone. The trash is a bill we don't get every month, it's quarterly. So those are the first things I'm thinking about I could adjust with income. I don't really want to do the adjustment for my 401k yet. We're just gonna ride this and kind of probably play a couple months by ear, and then if we decide that it's an issue, we'll adjust there. I would like to cut expenses or bills first. Like I said with Jacob's paychecks, he will be getting most likely more than this $700 that we see. I just don't want to, I try to count on only the $700, and anything else is just a bonus. It's likely you're about to see this kitten because she's psychotic and needs attention. So with that being said, we move on to bills and see, obviously we can't change most of these. They're bills, it is what it is. The only thing I could possibly do is decrease this $615 because my car payment is technically $250-ish, but I'm trying to get it paid off by the end of the year, which is why we have this $615. I'm doing like debt snowball. I have like some debt confessions videos on my channel you can watch if you're interested. So I would love to not have to adjust that. So with that being said, that moves us to expenses. So the first thing that comes to mind is we could try and deduct our eat out budget to $150. And I think with us trying to be a little bit more healthy, this is definitely a goal we should try and strive for, especially with how expensive groceries are. I mean, we could go get Mexican food like on a Friday night like tonight, and it would easily be almost $100 if we decided to get like drinks and stuff. So it adds up so quick. I don't feel comfortable adjusting groceries because even though I budget $900, we almost always overspend. So I want to keep it there. So we'll decrease this. Alcohol, I'm not really going to decrease this. I'm just going to keep it. Gifts, I could take this down to 50, and you know, like, our family just has to understand. I mean, I think everybody's kind of struggling right now financially wise with the economy and how expensive things are. So, I mean, I think that's doable. I could always decrease mine. We could always decrease Jacob's. The pets, it's kind of just what you choose when you sign up for pets. Like, they need food, they need litter, they need flea medicine. That's not really going to change. The house stuff, this, I like to keep this as a buffer for any like random repairs that come up. Clothing, we're not overspending there. Gas, Jacob takes my car to work almost every, let's see, it says 160. He takes it to work like 4 out of the 5 days of the week, so that's gonna have a high bill. I do think maybe we can try and decrease it to 200 maybe, I don't know. Diesel, we haven't purchased diesel, so I know we're gonna need it, so I'm gonna keep that here. Repairs, my car needs brakes. Thankfully, I do have some savings for that, so I will probably just use that. Jacob needs tags, that's inevitable. And then the Suburban. So, I mean, there's not really, when you look at this, a whole lot that I can change. It's just we do have a lot of vehicles. We do have animals. Our bills are a little bit higher right now because I'm paying off student loans. So, there's not really a whole lot that we can do. So with that being said, we have $148 left, and I'm only going to budget 100 of it, and I'm going to leave the other 48 as a buffer. And what I want to do is I want to put $100 into Christmas because I'm trying to make sure we save for Christmas so that way that's not stressful. And then this other $50, oh wait, no, that was it. So there you go. There's where our little thing spent. I might do like a mid-month check-in because I do think it would be interesting to show you guys kind of how this does change as the month goes on and we've spent or Jacob's brought in different income. So I think I will do that this month. I didn't do it in the previous months that I said I would, so I'm gonna make sure I do that this month so you guys can see But this is how I usually like to set up my budget on this little tab. And then I have this sinking funds, which is where I have like our short-term savings. I have this debt thing, which is really I just use for the roof because I need to keep track of that. Everything else is automatic, but I like having it all in one place. You can pre-populate pages here, which is what I've done, which is why you see like some of those were already populating, like the bills and stuff, because I put that there and we've since like paid them off or something, so they don't need to on every month. But anyways, that is my November budget with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one. Bye.